Uh, yes. Generally, it's the Russian
Yeah.
side that goes to B, and it's the US side that goes to C.
The,
Yeah.
the last couple of times that I have cast it, anyways, the team who has gotten a hold of B has pretty much been able to dominate the middle of the map. Because it is just so damn hard to really attack Bravo and to do much of anything other than just, hope that you can get a nice squad wipe, maybe two, and then burn it down fast enough.
Right. Absolutely. And it looks like good luck having have fun being called by both teams. Friendly reminder: this is Hammerhead. This is a 4-flag map. Each team gets one tank out of their spawn at a time, and that is the only vehicle allowed. The hover tanks do spawn in the A and D flag, but you are not allowed to use them. There are no helicopters allowed, just jet ski or snowmobiles and the tanks. Generally speaking, the A and D flag is where the tanks are going to reside, and if they move around, they will be taking the upper lanes and the lower lanes. And now that I'm thinking about it, Brett, I need to get you my screen share. There you go. And so that should be up and running. And meanwhile, and in the meantime, while the tanks are doing that, most of the team, probably about 5 infantry for first side, will be fighting over this B and C flags inside. And as Brett mentioned, the inside flags are where infantry will fight the entirety of the round. And this is one of the maps in the rotation where it is pretty much the highest kill potential for any team and players in the entire map list, because
Yeah, I
it
think
is
we
constant
saw.
kills.
I think the last time I cast this, I saw a 40 bomb being dropped. So I
Yeah.
expect much of the same here to happen once again.
And BOIO will be taking the US side first. Legacy will be taking the Russian side first. So here we go. 5 seconds on the clock. We'll be watching the initial openings.
All right. So who
Snowmobiles
do
are
we
up.
have on BOIO's side that's going to be in the tank?
That's a good question. It looks like it's going to be Captain Obvious.
Okay.
4 snowmobiles out for BOIO's, 2 out for Legacy. Lauco versus Captain Obvious in the tank. Snowmobile is going to go straight into this inside. BOIO is spending a lot of time getting in there. Legco get a nice MG4 kill. Gets to the back of it. Gonna slide all the way through. Gets 1 kill immediately. Did that shut down all of Legacy's push? Well, it shut down BruneWow at least.
It did look like they're into the middle of the map, but we do see the C4 being put out, though. I don't know if he's blown
Oh,
it
I
just
like
yet,
Incarnate.
but do see well, you actually have snowmobiles on both sides that are going to be going for these back flags. And I think they've both been spotted out by their tanks.
Yep, Captain Obvious will fall back to to deal with Phasio. Legacy has yet to claim the B flag. They're currently on it, but that actually took them quite a while. And I love the fact that Hyper Beast is actually planting mines on the backside. Whiskey now watching the B flag entrance as Boils will be the first to push in. Randy will get killed immediately by Risk Whiskey with an AK. And possibly going to push in... Nope. Oh, Loku. It looks like the ice was blown up by Boyos. Well, it could have been blown up a little bit farther out, but at least Boyos on the ball with that. BruneWow now on the B flag, A flag, excuse me. Trying to get some damage, trying to cap the flag. Gets 1 kill onto Incarnate. AK-5C, interesting choice. Lucas finds a triple kill onto Vitoli Legco Randy.
So Locale just took a little bit of damage there from some slams, it looks like. So they at least know that the tank is going to be coming around this flank. Not sure if they're really going to be able to do much about it. But we have had Hyper Beast like chilling out on the south side of B for the longest time. He hasn't really done much of anything at all. So kind of curious what he's going to achieve there, as you do see Cool Hunt on your screen able to pick up 2 inside that flag. But yeah, so looks like so far A is still going to be getting pressured, but hasn't been taken over yet. You do see a little bit of a switch happening onto C, but that's going to be saved. So back to a 2-2 flag setup, and we're pretty much even across the board.
So one thing we did see just a minute ago was Legacy almost had the C flag. They almost wiped Boyle out of it, but Boyle made a nice defense there. Meanwhile, Lao Ku getting pushed by Hyper Beast, who has been on the edge of the peninsula mountainside, and he was taking some good shots at Lao Ku. Lao Ku currently in a position to shoot a couple rounds into Captain Obvious, who's barely hanging onto the A flag himself. Legacy doing a good job pressuring them, and Loco now getting repairs, and I think Boyle are going to lose the A flag.
And it does look like that is going to be the case. One player is going to be spawning back in just at the last second. We do have the tank getting aggressive on A, and he is going to cause a massive amount of havoc dropping off those players. So there is a lot of bad happening right now if you're a BOIO's fan. We do see a rotation coming in for Hyper Beast, though, so maybe they are going to be able to get out of this and at the very least cause a little bit of distraction for the team from Legacy. But man, this is going to really hurt in the points.
BOIOs have been wiped out of the inside flags. Legacy managed to cap them out inside the C flag tunnel, and all the respawns have ended. Meanwhile, BOIO with a nice rotation, at least going to get the D flag, so the bleed still going to affect them as they've lost the A flag, but at least they've captured the gimme flag for Legacy. Captain Obvious and Incarnate now going to push into the A side. Tank, Lauku, ooh, good shot on the phase show from Captain Obvious, but Captain Obvious needs to push in. Still down to one flag, and D flag not yet secured. Now finally gets wipes the last remaining members of Legacy there. And it looks like BOIO going to make the huge push towards A. 4 infantry spawning plus the tank. Lauku going to back up a little bit. Phasia will spawn on the hillside. And Phasia will find the kill into Big Randy.
Man, this is so rough right now for BOIOs. They are going to be able to get onto the point, possibly will get that complete neutralize. There it is. But that tank is still going to be over here. Lookout doing a fantastic job of just being the thorn in the side, but he does have to watch out for these infantry players now, as he is going to start getting pegged from the side. Down
And he will fall.
Finally does go down, but look at the damage that's already been done. I mean, you're talking about a 40 ticket advantage now for Legacy, and you know, on a 4 flag map, 40 tickets is a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Normally, you know, with 2 flags to 2, the round can get drawn out pretty wide, and the tickets will be, you know, they will go down very, very slow as no bleed will be added. So having that 40 ticket advantage is a huge thing in a 4 flag map. And BOIO's once again trying to get inside on the C flag to get wiped out by Legacy. Legacy did not break the ice, so Captain Obvious pushing the tank in a little bit, drops off Big Randy and Vitoli. As they try to push in, Captain Obvious.
He's having some trouble getting out, and he did take quite a bit of damage coming out of spawn. Does look like his infantry players, though, are going to be able to help him out quite a bit, so he is going to be making his way over there towards that delta point. And yeah, I mean, you know, right now, if you are BOIO's Gravity, is this the right play to try and go for this pressure onto the tank? I mean, they've spent, what, 3-4 spawns now up there towards the north?
Well, the bad thing is, despite trying to harass Loco as he comes out of the spawn, they actually have given up the flag. Brunwow and Phasia have been back there. They came out of the entrance of the C tunnel, and they actually recapped the flag while BOIO's infantry was dealing with the tank. So, kind of a misplay by BOIO's, not watching the flag. Captain Obvious did get there as soon as he could. Incarnate's going to walk over there with the tank. And Incarnate will get a straw into the tank. Lauco, unfortunately, will get the double kill into Incarnate and Legco. D flag likely to be cleaned up here. Cool Hunt. Nope. BOIOs are going to go for it. Cool Hunt's still here. Hyper Beast will get the kill into Phasia. The tank's still here. Both tanks are here. And here comes Captain Obvious, going to go after Lauco. APS popped. Lauco manages to take a tank shell and a straw, but he's getting really hurt. No reps right now. Incarnate putting slams on. This should be the end of the tank.
Nice. Nice. The tank does end up going down, but we do see right now Obvious so very low, down to 34 HP. He's going to have to go ahead back on out of there. So they do get the neutralize onto the flag. But again, now we're down to about 60 ticket advantage, a 70 ticket advantage actually, coming in for Legacy. So in the end, they did all of that work. They killed the tank. They grabbed the flag for a few seconds, but they're still losing the battle in the end.
Absolutely, and Legco currently, I think, the only infantry for BOIO's on the flag radius. He's going to pop the AK, or excuse me, he's going to pop Phasia, but gets killed immediately by Siren. Cool Hunt now on the flag radius. The tank, I'm pretty sure Captain Obvious just went down.
Yeah, he did.
So, yeah, BOIO's going to lose this flag as well. C flag finally getting grayed out. Maybe BOIO's can make something happen on the inside. Douglas turns the corner. Dies to Randy. Is there anybody left? Flag still not up. Lucas on the flag radius for Legacy.
Yeah, they need to completely bomb that site and just make sure that they can secure this flag on the inside, because if they get wiped here, this is going to be pretty much round over, I think. But for the moment, they are going to be able to win out on their battles. Nice little pickup there, though, from Furnace, and he's going to be able to take down 2, I believe. That AEK gets some nice little shots on a second one, but takes a rocket, looks like, to the ass, and will end up going down. So finally, C does end up getting capped. We do have obvious backup, but look at that. Legacy is going to keep that pressure onto A. They already have a guy that's rotated back over there, and it's going to be all down, I think, to this battle in the middle. Like, we really got to see something coming out from BOIOs to try and overwhelm them on Bravo.
Absolutely. Big Randy looking for an entrance, looking for anybody from the Legacy. Shade will fall to somebody on the staircase. It's going to be Siren, LED 5 kill. And Legacy doing a good job defending on the inside so far. Whiskey will get the kill onto Randy. Might push out the right side tunnel. 2 infantry there. Straw goes up from Cool Hunt, not going to hit anything at all.
Obvious did end up going down, but Hyper Beast was able to clean up the rooftop, so they have kept A secured, so they're not going to have to worry about any kind of flanks so far. But not having that tank does leave it open for a potential push. It's going to be coming in here just a little bit as well. We do see a jet ski, or not jet ski, but a snowmobile making his way back to A.
Definitely something that Legacy likes to do. They like to keep up the pressure on the A flag. Feijo now with Brune Wow, so they're going to bring an extra person here. We see Lauku just trying to do his best, trying to assist in helping Legacy break out of that contain from the B to the C flag. And quite frankly, something we've learned, and especially the teams have learned over the last couple of months, is that the C flag, once a team has a defensible position on that ice or near the submarine bay, it's really hard, it's really easy to contain the team pushing out of B. And we've seen it time and time again, more recently now. And it looks like with the help of the tank of Lauku down south, it actually really is going to help Legacy break out. Whiskey will fall to Legco. He'll fall himself. Lauku still getting tank shells into the submarine bay. As Captain Obvious now going to roll around. And he was actually spotted out by the tank as well, so Lauku knows.
Man, this battle down here in Charlie is just absolutely ugly for BOIOs right now. Legacy, they have been pushed back for the time being, but they are constantly inside that C room and just really causing all kinds of hell for these guys. Trading out very effectively, finally does get cleaned up, but man, that is a lot more work than what really should be happening for those BOIOs players. And I think Obvious also ended up, did he either get picked up or is he out?
No, he got taken out. It was a combination of getting distracted by Lauku, and Feijo was just hanging around behind him, putting straws into his rear. And Feijo immediately going to grab that snowmobile, and he's going to head over back to the A flag again. Siren falls to Shade. As BOIOs doing their best to still defend the C flag. Douglas now inside, finds one kill into Legco. Can't get a second, but nicks somebody else. There's going to be Shade, and Douglas will fall, gets revived by Whiskey. Whiskey immediately falls to Shade again. G18 kill. Revive, and Legacy's currently on the flag. Legco will find Douglas now. Whiskey around the corner.
So real quick, on A does look like Obvious backup in his tank, but it has been neutralized right now. So they're trying to throw in as many extra infantry players that they have, but obviously with them fighting on C, they don't have a whole lot to work with. And now Legco is getting aggressive with that tank. He is over on the A side of the map. Obvious is needing backup to get those repairs in. The best thing right now for BOIOs is the fact that they have cleared off that infantry, but we do see a push finally on the B side of the map for BOIOs. Maybe they can make something happen here.
I see Hyper Beast currently with a Snowmobile's Jihad coming out from the main base, so he'll look for the kill on Lauku eventually, who actually now is going to get forced away from the A flag as he has no infantry support. Excuse me. Feijo probably going to meet him halfway.
Yeah. 2 ships passing in the night. Do they ignore each other? No, it does look like
Hyper Beast going to get the kill. G36C from Hyper Beast. I've seen some.
He was using that last time, wasn't he?
I've seen some very odd guns. I did see Fatoli actually using a CBJ as well on the inside. It's like the very off-meta weapons for sure.
Trying to get in their heads, man. Trying to get in their heads.
Captain Obvious pushing in. Here comes the jet ski. Jet ski snowmobile.
Obvious is going to be able to come on in though, and he's getting an initial kill onto the infantry player. I think Legacy actually just ran over their own.
He's looking for the distraction. He's going to get it. Yep. Gets the kill.
Okay, so can they convert this into a 3-flag hold? Because I would imagine Legacy right now, they're going to go for immediate either bomb on B to push Charlie, or they're going to try and maybe go over towards that A site.
Definitely possible. I see nobody from Legacy on the A side. C flag, the infantry are doing a really good job from BOIOs. The real question is, do BOIOs overcommit on D, and do they lose the C flag? Right now, the D flag will go up, and Legacy going to be on the back foot on a bleed for the first time in this match.
This is actually massive right now. If they can hold this for about 30 seconds to a minute, they're going to be able to even this game right back up. But it does leave it open. Obvious was not able to get back in time to stop this flank happening over onto Alpha. So it's not going to be long-lived for this 3-cap that's going to be coming in. But Obvious and now Lookout is going to be going at it right here on this spawn. Another Jihad snowmobile is going to be out and about. I don't think it's going to be as successful as it was last time, though.
Yeah, Loco backing up really far on this one.
Wait, no.
Doesn't see it. Doesn't see it. Focused on the tank. Now he sees it. And it'll hit. Okay, so Hyper Beast will go down. But Captain Obvious doing a really good job keeping Loku busy. And there's still a 3-flag hold. New rotations up from BOIO. 2 versus 2 currently on the A flag, and this is exactly what BOIO needed. They needed to rotate back over here. Legco gonna go upstairs on the top. Gonna fall immediately as he walks into Phasio. And Incarnate will also fall. So Legacy now 2-0 on the A flag.
The power right there of that 3-cap really shows itself. We were at one point about a 60 ticket disadvantage here for BOIOs, now down to about 20 tickets or so, 25 tickets. So that is massive for them to be able to come back in and possibly stabilize, but they don't need to just throw everything away. They are going to be getting pressure quite a bit here onto that Charlie flag, and they're still not able to get anything going on to A.
Uh-oh, so C flag. It looks like BOIO are going to get shoved back into the tunnel. Incarnate going to fall immediately to Siren. And BOIO's now in a really bad position as the C flag gonna fall. Batoli in a good position to flank, but do you go for the B flag? And that's exactly what she's gonna do. Good.
Yeah.
Get the respawn. Go for the other flag.
I think that's smart. Yeah, try and burn down B while the rest of those players are on the other side of the map, because that is the problem flag on this map. Is so difficult to get in there. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Teams, they really don't like it. There's so many angles to spawn in from, so many angles to get shot from when you have to cap it. But there may have been too much time given for Legacy to get back over here to Bravo for the defense.
The problem with the Bravo flag is they are actually, BOIOs are not really on it. The flag isn't really, it's only barely going down. Infernus will fall, Randy will get on flag. Douglas will find a kill into Vitoli up top. Lucas will kill Cool Hunt. And...
happening, Gravity. They are able to get in there.
Captain Obvious being pushed by Loku. Legco, who was repping, will go down. And Captain Obvious will fall to Phasio. Spawned off the tank, and it's now going to rush into the A flag to help defend that a little bit. Or he'll rotate. But A flag, it looks like, so Captain Obvious did fall. Incarnate and Legco also fell on the A flag defense, so that flag is firmly in Legacy hands.
And sadly, it looks like Bravo is going to go back over to Legacy as well. They were
Lucas with the triple. Nice kill onto Cool Hunt, Shade, and Vitoli. So Lucas clutching the B flag there. And BOIO now back in trouble. Oh, Incarnate. Find some slams that Brunwell put there a long time ago.
So we do see a possible push over here onto that Charlie site. You know, and even if BOIOs does end up getting C, they have lost so many tickets at this point that Legacy is pretty much, I think, in the driver's seat to be able to take this win. We're going to have to see an amazing wipe coming in here to try and clear this out. There is going to be a Jihad snowmobile once again, and I think he may be able to come up back behind Loka in order to take him down because he's not really paying attention at all. He's looking at Captain Obvious right now, but oh yes, he is going to be able to connect. So that is going to be no tank left onto that A site for Legacy, but they are spending a lot of infantry players to be able to hold on to this, and Obvious is pushed all the way back. He really can't do much right now.
Hey, if you can pull a few members of Legacy back away from the flag radius, it might just be what BOIO needs. The problem is he's going to fall to Brun Wow because he just got a slam put on his tank, and he'll get run over, so Obvious will be able to repair the tank anyway. But it looks like the few infantry remaining on the A flag did go down as well, so it's just going to be Captain Obvious again. 2 flags to 2, the bleed not in effect, but Legacy with a clear advantage due to that 3 flag hold.
And right now is really going to be crunch time here for BOIOs because it does leave it open for a possible push on the Delta from Lookout as he is going to be back up in his tank. So they got to make some kind of play. It does seem like Incarnate may coming in here into the backside of that B site as you do see the rest of their team starting to collapse in onto Bravo. But again, this flag near impossible to be able to take under these kinds of circumstances.
Shadel Duck gets the nice kill into Lucas with no health left. Whiskey will come around the corner, get the revenge kill, falls himself to Randy. Randy goes for the revive kill into Shade, not going to happen, and Furnace is there. B flag might go for BOIOs. Lucas now going to revive. Leg code. Finds a nice easy kill into Lucas as he drops down. Possibly Incarnate revived? Yes. So BOIOs going to cap B and C flag. Now C flag under attack. Vitoli on the inside will respawn. There's one member of Legacy here. Can she do it? Can she 1v1? Lucas will fall. She's going to get it. Nope, there's 2 now. Oh, unfortunately for her, there were more respawns. Didn't catch him quite on the minimap. Siren now falls to Cool Hunt. Can Legacy hold this flag?
And we're going to be seeing A getting capped over as well. So it's 1 infantry to 2. Does get picked up. So this is a potential 3 cap if BOIOs can clear out Charlie. But it's only 2 players that are going to be left. And Douglas is going to be doing a good job of cleaning that up, as I think that was the last player. It was. And once again, we are back to a 2-2 flag setup with only 18 tickets left to go.
Yep. And it'll be interesting to see where the respawns come out for BOIO. I see a snowmobile spawn from Incarnate way in the main. Hyper Beast took the one from the A flag, and so the Incarnate one may be kind of a waste. We'll have to see where he wants to go with it. If they're going to go to the same location, it might not be worth it. Feijo and Lauku now going to push the tank. Captain Obvious gets the nice easy kill into Feijo as a rocket might have hit Captain Obvious. And Lauku going to chase. Captain Obvious 1v1. Ooh, never mind. A respawn comes out for Captain Obvious' help. Ooh, nice front butt. Lauku will get the kill, but Incarnate from behind will kill Lauku. And Phasia will also fall. Whoa, 2 good straws from Incarnate. Meanwhile, Legacy gonna wipe the B flag. So, but it looks like they've got a trade.
B, but Delta is gonna get traded out. Yeah, like you just said. And so once again, it's gonna come down to, you know, maybe if we can get some extra kills here for BOIOs. But, you know, ideally in this situation, Gravity, what should we be looking for BOIOs being able to maybe pick up, what, like 10,
20
more?
Yeah, 10, 15, 20 would be golden, because as long as you can lower the tickets for Legacy, that's your ultimate objective here. But it looks like the D flag might actually go back up for Legacy, so this could be the end of the round right here, and I believe it is. All of BOIOs have been pushed off the D flag, and nobody is inside. So unless they can get the C flag in the next 5 seconds, which isn't going to happen, this will be the end of the round.
That is going to be a really good round back and forth for both of these teams. But honestly, yeah, Legacy was pretty much in the driver's seat for the majority of it. 65 tickets going into next round. They've got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that's not bad either. Even for BOIO, I think that's a respectable score. Now, taking a look at the kills, though. Lucas, 30. 34 for Whiskey, and unfortunately that post-game screen, drat.
It's so bad. Oh, man. But, yeah, so, I mean, for BOIOs coming in here in this next round, what is their strat? Do they need to get aggressive over towards that A flag? Do they need to do like what we saw Legacy doing and constantly pressuring that? Or do they need to be maybe focusing more on just the middle and just try and lock down that D, C, and B section?
Well, if BOIO's, on this case, I'm not quite sure what BOIO's game plan might want to be, because the BC flags, obviously, I'm not quite sure if their infantry are getting outclassed on the inside flags, and the AD hold for BOIO's is actually a good thing for them. Maybe they can get that triple hold, but I just don't see a path forward for BOIO's here. And what was the score? Was it 64?
65.
65, thank you.
So it does look like we see one player from BOIO dropping out, so it's going to be a little bit before we get him back in. Hey, Gravity, my alarm just went off. It's time for us to cast. Yeah, so, BOIO, they are going to be at a slight disadvantage. I think, I agree with you. It's not a terrible situation to be in. 65 tickets is probably very reasonable to make that happen. But, Legacy, we have seen really, really good at just constantly keeping that aggression, constantly keeping that pressure on with their infantry players. And if we don't see BOIO being able to match that, I don't think that we're going to be seeing him being able to take this second round.
And one of the things that I was kind of surprised at was how effective Hyper Beast was in coordination with Captain Obvious to deal with with Loco's tank. It killed him several times and really allowed BOIO's to recap the A and D flags. That was a surprising advantage for them. It'd be interesting to see if Legacy wants to counter, maybe having BruneWow do it as well. Both players, or looks like the player who dropped from BOIO's is back in the server, so we should be getting moving any moment here. And Furnace call and good luck, have fun.
All right, guys. So Gravity, predictions right now. How do you think it's going to be shaken out? Obviously, you already said Legacy is going to take the map, but what do you think it's going to be round-wise?
I would assume it's probably going to be similar. I would probably say this round will go maybe 80 to 100 tickets.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about Legacy taking about with 100 tickets or so advantage. They just looked way too good there in round number 1. So unless BOIO's is just using that as a warm-up and we start seeing some really good fragging coming out for them, I don't see them having much of a chance of being able to take this one. But I hope they surprise me. I hope they make it close. That is for sure. And as you said before, this is going to be really important because we're not going to be going by a number of tickets for the entire series. Instead, it's just for the
map, right? So the moment, so
this is do or die time for this map point.
Yeah, and the moment that we hit 65 tickets, I mean, that's going to be GG call. There's no point in sticking around. We'll be moving on to map number 2 after that happens, because as you just mentioned, it's best of 3. We're going to Zavada right after that. And if map number 3 is needed, it will be Flood Zone. And here we go. Round number 2. Legco, once again, gonna run the support on the back of the snowmobile. Oh, Burton Wiles said not this time, and he bails really early. Gets the SRA. Falls to the Cool Hunt, who does the exact same thing. I love that meta. Just the fact that we just rush in with the snowmobiles with the supports on the back. Both teams going to get initially on their main flags. Legacy will take the B flag, and C flag will be taken by BOIO's. BOIO going to run around back with BruneWow. Captain Obvious in the tank going to back up a little bit. Hyper Beast waiting there, waiting for them to cross the street. 1 kill. And a 2nd kill. So Legacy's push onto the D flag is gone. Meanwhile, Incarnate tried to do the same thing to Loku. Loku's going to play ring around the island here. As the infantry will now begin their fight on the insides.
If Incarnate can keep this up, that is going to allow Obvious to be able to come in here and get some nice shots onto Locao. So this could be huge here, that nice little delay that was coming on in. So interesting to see if that tank battle will end up coming out in favor of BOIO, because wait, we got a Jihad as well from Hyper Beast coming all the way around from the north. He's already over here towards that A side. This could be huge here for BOIO's.
BOIO did get a straw into Captain Obvious. Incarnate fell. So this is going to be the entire... So this entire push here is going to be dependent on Hyper Beast. And BOIO will fall again. Rear shot into Loku. Gonna hit. Will hit. He's disabled. Loku is toast. Tops the APS, but he is absolutely... Oh, Captain Obvious is going to fall too. That was unexpected. That seemed like a clear BOIO's win there. Meanwhile, A flag gonna go, and C flag gonna get pushed by Legacy.
Yeah, I think, right now we just need to be seeing, that C being dumped on by BOIO to make sure that they are going to be able to hold it, because last time that Legacy was able to push them out of the middle of the map, they ended up going down a massive amount of tickets. So this is really good here for them to be able to clean this up, keep that pressure on the inside of the map. Yes, they do lose B. They lose that, or I'm sorry, A, and that pressure that they had on A. Although, look at Hyper Beast. Look at it. Look at that sneaky little devil. Oh my God, I love this guy.
Now, the real question is it going to be spotted before he gets to the tank? Loku may hear it. Tank. Oh, he's going to miss it. Oh, he's toast.
Oh, nice. That is beautiful. And Vitoli also is going to be able to pick up a kill. So it's going to come down to a one-on-one with Incarnate here, still on the point.
At this point, I'd like to see a respawn on Incarnate. He's got 3 dead in his squad. This would be a huge just squad bomb here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's happening. Oh, look at this! And Obvious could potentially catch Brunwell as well. He's in the perfect position to stall this out. Brunwell, I don't know if he got picked up or what. Maybe he just dead spawned. But I think they're going to be maybe focusing everything into B to try and push over onto Charlie for Legacy right now.
Yeah, I would expect maybe a Legacy counter push on C, because right now they're going to lose the A flag, and the respawns there are horrible. BOIO way out in the far corner, trying to get the kill onto the rooftop on Incarnate. Tank gonna be there. Loku will be up with the new tank, and this could be a 3 flag hold as long as BOIOs are able to hold the C flag from this push from Legacy.
It does look like Phasia might be able to leak out, though Captain Obvious is on the hunt. He knows exactly where he's going to be coming in at. I think really the focus for BOIO right now should be over here onto that C flag now for defending it, to make sure that they aren't going to get pushed out. I think Shade is the only one that's left up and alive that's actually in. He gets picked up as well. So yeah, I think the C flag is going to get neutralized unless Legco can do some magic.
Legco there. Randy up on the lower ground. Falls to Whiskey, and I think you're right. I think Legacy's going to gray this out. Cool Hunt will fall, and it is just going to be Legco, and he falls down. Legacy have taken the complete control of the center flags. Now, the big thing is, can BOIO hold the A flag? We see Captain Obvious going to roll in with the new tank, and we see a lot of respawns, most of the respawns coming in from BOIO, and they need to hold this flag to stop the counter bleed. Headshot onto Shade from Loku.
Yeah, I like the response coming in as well from Legacy. Siren's going to go ahead and push up towards that Delta
Oh,
flag.
I don't like this at all. BOIO just blundered. They let Legacy actually recap the flag. So the bleed will be on them for a few seconds here. And more importantly, they let the respawns. Now Legacy can spawn on the flag. That's even worse.
No, it's going to be much worse here in a second, because we're seeing a neutralize on Delta. Shade is going to be spawning back, but if he loses this 1v1, this is a really, really bad situation for him to be in.
So the rotation has been called. So it looks like Captain Obvious will go back. Brunwell on the rooftop of A flag, not going to be able to stop the bleed for the cap, but maybe BOIO's blundering them again. Oh, he finally died. Good. Okay, so Hyper Beast will get the kill onto Brunwell before the cap, before Lauco in the tank, but Lauco manages to take out Randy. A flag not going to go for BOIO's. Huge blunder, not being on that flag radius. Vitoli left the cap. Wanted to wander back inside. So the squad will go back inside for BOIOs, and they will make it successfully inside. Nice kill onto Whiskey. Was watching the position of the drop from the elevator shaft. BOIOs with a few blunders here, but it looks like they might be okay. C flag. Vitoli will get the kill. Still using the CPJ. That's hilarious.
Well, what works, works, right? I mean, no reason to change it if it is.
I guess, I guess if you're not feeling the AEK, right? I mean...
Yeah. So we do see Hyper and Obvious. There are on the north side of the map. Hyper is going to be in that Jihad snowmobile, but we do see
Well, Legco
Lookout
dropped
in the
out.
backup.
Legco dropped as he was defending the D flag. That'll be a free cap here for Legacy. Unfortunately for BOIOs, that's just terrible timing. Captain Obvious now pushing into Lauku. Two tank shells. Lauku more or less defending, trying to just defend against the Jihad, which is gonna connect anyway. So BOIO is now in control of the A flag, but they're gonna lose the D flag in response, and there's still a man down.
This is probably one of the worst situations they could be in right now. I mean, they had a slight lead there for a little while, but now, you know, losing a player and then losing that initial or potential 4-cap there for a little while.
And they're gonna lose the inside flag too.
Not the position they wanted to be in.
Shit. The best Shade could do with that was look at that grenade, because he wasn't gonna get out of that one. Captain Obvious now gonna fall back to the D flag. What I would like to see, honestly, is like 4 infantry from BOIO defend the A flag, and 3 of infantry go with Captain Obvious to grab the D flag, or at least, you know, have that 2-4 split, at least to, you know, help defend against the tank there on the A flag. Stop the bleed. Wait for Legco to get in. Just go for 2 flags right now.
Does look like Delta is going to be going back over into the favor of BOIO for the moment.
And Legco's back in as well.
It is kind of crazy to think, though, that we've been casting this for quite some time, and we're just now getting close to that 150 ticket mark here for BOIO.
Yeah.
It has been a very long and slow game right now, as these teams just, well, at the very start anyways, fairly even. But we do see BOIO once again with that setup, you know, that Delta and Alpha setup. They just cannot win on the inside of this map. Legacy are masters at that in terms of infantry.
Cool Hunt gonna get caught unawares by Brunwao as Legacy respawns north, and we'll do a 3-man push to the D flag with no defenders from BOIO there. Meanwhile, Lauku being harassed by 2 members of BOIO's gets 1 kill into Legco. Siren in the gunner seat. Captain Obvious, I'm not sure he's in the right position here. Oh, he's gonna go through the tunnel. Risky play.
Yeah, I don't think either team's broke any of the ice over there in the tunnel, so that's been open the entire game so far, and not really anybody's been utilizing it whatsoever. But you know, Obvious right now, he's going all the way back over here towards this Delta side. Is that the wise move to make?
Absolutely.
Go over here for Delta, or
yes,
okay.
I think so. I think stopping the bleed was critical. Unfortunately for them, I think the infantry for BOIO's, I think there was a miscommunication there. I think they tried to just do too much right there with not enough men. Because obviously, if wherever the tank's going, I feel like you need less infantry. Whereas they had a 2-man split on the inside and a 2-man or 3-man split on the A side, and they couldn't just deal with Lauku as well. So, unfortunately, Legacy will get the A flag back, and they're going to hold a 3-flag bleed for the time being. Tickets 188 to 128. That is a 60-ticket lead for Legacy.
It is not looking like it's going to slow down anytime soon. We did see the tank getting damaged pretty badly here. Lookout is going to be out repairing, but it's going to be Obvious coming around on the outside of the map, trying to get those first couple of shots in.
Huge squad bomb as well.
From both teams.
Captain Obvious in the worst position, though. Lauku with the help. Headshot into Incarnate. One more shot in the tank into Lauku might do it. Brunwao gonna swing around against the back of Captain Obvious.
They really want this tank dead.
Oh, wow, APS popped just in time. The tank fight on this island has been crazy. Now, Captain Obvious looks like he's alone, though, unfortunately. Another shot into the tank. Captain Obvious will get a kill. Lauku now kills Legco. Both tanks still alive after all this. BOIO now going to make a new push towards the C flag. Going to abandon the tank on the rotation. I actually kind of like that play. Just say, you know what, Captain Obvious? You're dead. Legacy's putting a ton of people to help win the tank battle. Let's just drop to C.
Well, you know, yeah, they are going to be able to do this, but how many tickets did they just give up?
Oh, they blew a ton for it, yeah.
I mean, we're already down to 69 tickets. So unless they get this C cap, like,
oh, it's over though. I mean, 65 is the round, yeah. So they'll stop the bleed, but that is officially pretty much the map here in 2 tickets. And BOIO Cool Hunt currently on the A flag. Gonna just hang in there as an anchor. Hyper Beast gonna look for Lauku again.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as much as that was a fun and interesting exchange right there, I really don't like it there for BOIOs. They wasted way too much time, way too many resources, and that was pretty much a nail in the coffin for this round.
Yep, 66 tickets. BOIO 65. So there's the tie from last round, and one more respawn should do it. So that is officially the map. So GG's to Legacy, who take map number 1 in this match. And we'll be moving on to Zavad. Cool Hunt finding the double on the inside. So far, nobody actually calling GG. Sometimes the teams, when they're playing, they don't keep an eye on the tickets like that. Can get a little intense. Captain Obvious on the A flag. Legacy gonna push into C now.
It doesn't even matter right now. I don't think they're going to be able to win this battle on the side. So far, it is going to be going over into the favor of Legacy, but just yeah. So far, Legacy all around much better on this map. The rotations look better. Their infantry, just overall infantry, was I think really the winner. Being able to keep BOIOs out of the middle almost the entire time for both of these rounds. That's pretty much the nail in the coffin for them. And really, you know, if you look at it, BOIOs was pushed out in this round much earlier than they were in the last one. And it really reflects in terms of the KDs. If you take a look at it, nobody's broken 20 kills yet. And we are just about done with this game.
Yeah, it was very much a... Yeah, they got... Legacy shoved them, BOIO out of the inside flags much faster, as you just said, and just due to that, there was a very low kill game for the infantry, as BOIOs were stuck fighting out on the DNA flags more or less. That huge infantry constant action didn't happen, as both teams definitely there was just kind of a mismatch in the infantry.
So you know, this is only like the 5th time that I've seen this map being played, but I got a question for you, Gravity, because you've played this one, you scrimmed it. We saw Incarnate taking that snowmobile all the way around back over towards A when he was on the Russian team. Why not, or I'm sorry, flip that over. The US side. Why not spawn in and try and go in for that B site? Leave the counter cap or the gimme cap alone and just go in for that B site and try and go in for a flank. It's because it seems like the teams just they expect nobody to come in from the backside over there on Bravo.
Well, for one, it kind of depends on what your role is, and Incarnate looks like he's kind of more or less playing around the tank, the outside flags, and that's kind of how teams kind of separate this. If he sees the chance or the call was made, you could definitely do that. I think the B flag, the reason on this particular map that you don't do that is because the C flag is generally a much faster cap if you can get down there. So generally when infantry players are defending the inside flags, they defend the C flag more than the B flag. Because the moment that the B flag run goes, it's so much harder to cap because there's just so much more area to cover. You have to look around for things, and you can get counterattacked really easily. So I think there's just a more of a frequency to defend the C flag than the B one.
Right. No, I get that, like, throughout the game, but I'm talking about right at the start, right at the break.
Oh, right, the break.
There's an opportunity that I saw in both of those breakouts to where the team absolutely does not pay attention to the backside. of Bravo, and there is a moment to where you could be pushing in, and at the very least cause, you know, one or two of those players to have to pull back, which would give an opportunity for those C players, or for your players that were capping C to push up as well, get a nice little pinch going. I don't know. It seems like these teams had fallen into that trap that we have sometimes where certain plays have been done so many times that people just expect them to do certain
Yes.
things, and they leave themselves wide open because, you know, you expect the other team to be watching it when they're really not, because they know that you're not going to be going it because typically you're watching it.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a trap, especially these days in competitive Battlefield. But I'm pretty sure I've seen teams do it in general. So, I think Coomers is a team that has done it in the past. You take that second snowmobile and you just drive past the peninsula and you just drop somebody off, and you have that as a backup spawn point. The problem is, if you risk losing both flags if they both get wiped. I think a little bit more. It's easier to. It's less of a gamble if you just throw everything on one flag rather than kind of have a person split off. And I think that's the worry for most teams on the inside.
Well, enough about Hammerhead. Let's go ahead and talk about Zavad. I believe we are going to be staying in the same server. Am I correct there? Yes.
Yes.
So we are going to be waiting for, I think, Vitoli bounced out. So I don't know if they are going to be coming back in or not. But we're going to be waiting for that 8th and final player to jump in for the BOIO squad. Now, this particular map, it is the tried and true. I think this is your, like, you know, just classic Battlefield 4 Zavad map. Everybody knows how to play it. Everybody knows what's going to be happening. It really comes down to a lot of, I don't know. It seems like this one right here can definitely, you know, individual skill, especially in your armor, can really make or break this map.
Oh, absolutely. This is definitely a map that's. I think it is the one of the definitive Battlefield 2, or not Battlefield 2, Battlefield 4 competitive maps. It has just been played since the beginning of time, and players kind of know it. The problem is, it's just such a rotation-based map and a location-based map where if your team doesn't know how to play it, or they get a little paranoid and they just want to hang on a rooftop, a flag might not get capped, or a push might fail because a team is anchoring too hard on a rooftop. And I think that can be the trial of the map. And I think that's a huge problem sometimes.
Well, we had talked about Legacy had the advantage there on Hammerhead. Do we think that BOIOS has an advantage here on Zavad, or are we still leaning towards Legacy?
I don't think that BOIOS has an advantage on this map, but I think it's a much closer game than it is on Hammerhead. Okay. I think that is the nature of this particular map, where it doesn't. I think the sheer strength of Legacy's infantry might get muted by the rooftop and the maneuverability and just the locations of this map, the positioning.
All right, well.
Still waiting on one player, though, to load in. It could be Vitoli. Could be waiting on somebody else, though, too.
Oh, man.
So Zavad will be map number 2. And once again, if BOIOS do manage to take this map, we'll be switching over to... what is it?
Blood Zone.
Blood Zone, thank you. Of course, on this, if you've ever seen competitive... Zavad, each team does get a transport helicopter and a tank, along with a couple vehicles, a couple transports, the quads, and I think, do they spawn with an MRAP in this small version? I don't even know. Yes, they do. They do get an MRAP.
They do, yeah. You know, the other thing, too, is... No. I'm thinking of the wrong version of the map. Never mind. Oh, man.
So, just a follow-up here. I know we're going on 3 o'clock. We're 5 minutes to 3 o'clock as far as the Eastern time zone goes, but the next match is scheduled to start in 30 minutes, and that will be ESF versus VN, and we will be jumping into that immediately. And if they're going to be super kind, it'd be amazing if they just kind of held off that match until the end of the game here. But no matter how long this match goes, we'll be jumping in immediately to ESF versus VN, taking place immediately after this game.
If only they would be super kind. Are you trying to pressure them then?
If only, if I could just appeal to their competitive nature, to their esports potential. I mean, just please delay a little bit until the end of this match. Let's get the doubleheader going on.
Oh. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yes, so for those of you that don't know, actually, obviously we only have 2 matches this week as we are now in the playoff brackets. And the way that it works right now is Coomers and Nafu, they did... Rafu? Am I wrong on that? I'm drawing a blank. And the website's taking forever to load. Nafu, thank you. They were the 2 teams that had the highest highest win-loss ratio in the in the regular season. So they do have buys this week, and they will play next week during the second week of the playoffs. In fact, the team that beats that wins this match, BOIO or Legacy, will go on to face Coomers, and VN and ESF, the winner of that, will go on to play Nafu.
All right, well, I think we are ready. We've got readies being thrown out in chat.
Oh, if it totally dropped, yeah, it's going to be Verx. Verx will be in this round for BOIOs.
All right. So, do you think we're going to be seeing BOIOs keeping up with this Hyper Beast obvious tag team duo hitting Locao pretty hard?
You know what? I think that would be a fantastic idea if they did. I think that actually really kind of threw Locao a little bit, and I think it would be fantastic if they kept that up, especially with Hyper Beast. I think he's such a good jihadder that I think that's a really good way to kind of get under Legacy's skin to keep having their tank go down.
Yeah, he probably connected with at least, what, 4 in that last
oh, yeah, at least.
I'm thinking of around is what I'm thinking of. He was connected with a lot of them. That is definitely for sure. So here we go, Gravity.
Here we go.
We'll get started with potentially the last map of this series, but BOIOs need to take this one, send it to map number 3. Can they do it?
Chopper's going to engage over the flags, and it looks like Legacy's Helo will go down first. Leiko finds a double kill into Infernus and Phasio. They're going to drop down. Sra going to go out from Lao Ku on the tank. Going to miss the Sra, but a huge, nice duck from Verx will be flying. Bruin Wow and Hyper Beast already waiting with the Jihads. Bruin Wow going to answer back this round. Captain Obvious going to pressure in between the 2 flags a little bit, maybe push in on Lao Ku. They can get the combination fight. The Hyper Beast waiting behind the corner. Meanwhile, Bruin Wow going to go behind Captain Obvious. Both players, both teams, not quite seeing the Jihad. Captain Obvious will fall first. Meanwhile, Hyper Beast swings around. Lao Ku definitely in a position to defend this. Not sure if he saw it, didn't hear the Jeep either.
No, he doesn't know the Jeep's back there at all.
He's getting Srod from the rooftop, which is a good time for the Jeep to go in. Gonna come around, waiting around, turn just in time. That is a dead Hyper Beast.
That is rough right there. BOIOs is going to be losing A for the time being. It does get grayed out. Oh, no, actually, it stops from being grayed out just in the nick of time. It is going to be Bruin Wow getting picked up. So that will be saved. Over on to C, though, it does look like BOIOs will be able to initially win out on a lot of these. It's going to be fairly even 2v2 onto the side itself. If they could win this would be huge. Come out to a nice 3.
Lucas will drop to Shade. You're absolutely right. Douglas will get the kill. Probably a revive next. Randy finds the kill into Douglas, so no revive for him. And everybody's dead on the C flag right now. So it looks like Legacy will be able to recap it. Chopper going to drop a bunch of members of BOIOs there. Bruin Wow going to get on the B flag. Hyper Beast going to load up another C4 quad. Kill from Cool Hunt. Lao Cool gets the re-kill. Oh my god. They're just all over the place. Bruin Wow. Finds the nice easy kill into Shade on B flag. Legacy going to be dropping 2-1 there. Randy will also fall, so that flag will go to Legacy. BOIO needs to make a play here. Hyper Beast going to move in a little bit towards the D flag. Lao Cool going to back up quite a ways away from the D flag.
I like the play right there from BOIO to just go ahead and slam that C flag, but they didn't get onto any of the burns whatsoever. They had roof control, and I imagine they were probably hoping to get a little bit more kills than what they actually did, but that does give them that 3 cap.
Oh, I love that. I love that MRAP position from Legacy on the C flag right now. It's going to force some ATs to come out from BOIOs. And it's such a hard vehicle. It's a tanky vehicle. It requires 3 SRAs unless you get a critical on it. Siren going to go back up top. And what was that word you said? Roof control? Roof control? Roof control. And just like I said, it doesn't help if you have roof control if you're not going to drop on the flag. Oh, Lauku. Oh, Lauku gets the kill onto Shade as he drops down.
I got Lauku right now. He's going to be hitting some slams.
Oh, Captain Obvious. Perfect wombo combo onto him.
That was a beautifully timed push coming in from Obvious, and if they can pick up Infernus here. Oh, wait. Oh, Brunwell. He's going to be coming in, but he's spotted out. So nice pickup there from Obvious. He should be safe on that one. We do see a rotation immediately going in from Phasia over towards
Captain Obvious? How would you... Okay.
Did he just leave Delta?
Well, he left Delta to deal with the Jihad, but he couldn't kill it.
Not only that, but I think more importantly, he couldn't get the grad on Delta. That would have been huge here.
Yeah, I think that well, I don't know if it was a misplay, but, well, I mean, it was a huge misplay. He should have just been able to kill the Jeep. It's just a Jeep.
Oh, right now, A is going to be going over into the favor of a Legacy. Carnet is back here trying to do all that he can. He does pick up 1, but second will take him down. So Obvious, he's going to be coming all the way over here towards A, maybe for the defense to try and cap this out, but we've seen a 3 flag cap hold for Legacy quite a while now. So we're down to 172 to 221 in favor of the Legacy boys.
Yep, BOIO's holding onto the C flag for dear life. Hyper Beast will straw Lucas from above. A lot of members. Oh, and from up top, Hyper Beast will fall to Phasia. Transport Helicopter Verx is doing his best to try to clean up anybody who went from Legacy on the rooftop. A flag is 2 versus 2 right now, plus the tank. This kill onto Brunwell. Or onto Incarnate, excuse me, from Brunwell. And Legacy, they've got a 4 cap.
Yeah, this is over. It's not over, but man, it might as well
Hyper.
be. This is going to be ugly. They have nobody really in the middle of the map. One player is going to be able to provide those spawns to try and get back onto this C flag, but they're not winning out over onto A. The tank is trying to, I don't know what Obvious is doing right now. I mean, it's a desperation move to maybe go over to Delta to take out the other tank.
But yeah, he's got to push the tank, if anything. That's a battle in itself. Because, I mean, if you're going to, wherever the tank gets spotted, rotations are going to be called out to help defend the tank. And there it is. There's Phasia already there. Guys, oh, Brunwell with a beautiful respawn. Right behind the tank. One shot into Captain Obvious. Captain Obvious now going to be focused on 2 different fronts, too. Second Thrall will go out. 45 HP. Captain Obvious will have to back up. Third Thrall will miss. Lauku going to clean up the infantry from Hyper Beast on top of the D flag. The flag is great, but nobody else from BOIOS is there. A flag will finally go back in their favor, but now they're 110 tickets down.
Not ideal whatsoever, and they're going to be losing back over onto A once again.
Oh, they got wiped.
Lose the infantry fight.
You're right. It looked like BOIOS were finally back in control on the A flag, and Legacy, like a bunch of insects, just on those building walls, just cannot be rooted out.
Finally, we do see A getting completely cleaned up, but in the meantime, you do have that very, very strong 3 cap situation. Randy is going to be up and alive here onto Seed, potentially provide those spawns to come back in, but we're already down. 83 tickets are left. Obvious still kind of in no man's land. He's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Very much in no man's land.
Are going to be able to do a lot of damage, along with Lookout being able to pick him apart from the front. I mean, this is just might as well Obvious. You're down.
Yeah, the positioning from Captain Obvious there, very, very rough. Legco with Cool Hunt. Cool Hunt going to throw down the helicopter. So Legacy's helicopter will go down. Rooftop control will be in the favor of BOIO's. Legco pulling his chute a hair too late. C flag will be grayed out by BOIO's. Whiskey gonna fight out for the flag radius. Looks like he wanted to go upstairs. Gonna fight on the flag instead. Swinging around the corner. 2 infantry in front of him. Finds 1 kill onto Randy. Gets he get a second? He does. Finds the double. And is there anybody left from BOIO's? There is. It's Incarnate. Incarnate will also fall to Whiskey. So Whiskey on a 3-man tear.
Yeah, Legacy is just completely swarmed in right now onto that C site. They've been able to stop that burn, and so far they've been able to push off those infantry players. Cool Hunt's going to try maybe go for some slam action onto the tank, but not going to be happening. Tank does back on out for Legacy. So 51 tickets left. We're still in that 3 cap here in just a few moments. There it is. Bleed is going to be starting right back up once again. And I imagine we're going to be seeing Infernus also going to be going all the way over towards A here in just a few seconds as well. So yeah, even if this B flag does go into the favor right now of BOIO's, they're going to have to contend with another flag getting flashed.
Yeah, 4-1 the
wait,
ticket
no,
lead.
he gets taken down.
4-1 the ticket lead right now for Legacy. Bejo in the one helicopter against Verks in the other. It's being very, very careful. Sraz attempting to go out from Siren, trying to get Verks down. And Verks gonna get the kill onto Infernus and Siren. Looks like the helicopter might crash. Oh, I gotta kind of watch this. Bejo gonna chase Verks down. Transport helicopter, retreat, transport helicopter as they solo these the battle here. Oh, Bejo gonna land a little harder. But he should have the kill onto Verks, I think. And yes, there it is. So he'll be fine.
Well, in the meantime, we do see BOIO's being able to take control of that C flag. They've wiped off all of the infantry there from Charlie. They do have one that kind of leaked out over onto Bravo. If they can take care of him, that will be, I think, the first 3 cap that they would have been able to secure here in this round with 36 tickets left. So, you know, you'd like to think maybe this is going to be a comeback, but really I think at the moment you're just hoping that maybe they can knock down another 80 tickets, maybe 100 tickets or so going into this next round.
Yeah, really, BOIO's needs this 3 flag hold. And I'm not sure about Captain Obvious's position. He's going to start seeing the A flag blink here, and I'd like to see him immediately fall back to it. And quite frankly, I would... Oh, there they are. Legco falls, slams on the Jeep. Captain Obvious barely hangs on with 2 HP left, but at least the push from Legacy's down. 3 flag hold remains for BOIO's. Can they get back in this game? 158 tickets. It's a huge mountain to overcome. As long as they can get a Legacy down to like 75, maybe that's a doable situation.
This would be absolutely insane if they did win it. But right now, they are doing what they need to try and keep themselves at the very least in this map. You are going to be seeing some more flanks coming in from the south. That's going to be another Jeep try and drop off players, but Obvious will be able to spot that out. Should be able to take care of it as well. So for the time being, yeah, they're looking pretty good.
I think this is exactly what I was talking about. I think once this is Legacy having a brain fart. They don't know what to do. The tank finally goes down. Captain Obvious will fall. Bejo, they're trying this raw. He'll find the mobility hit onto the chopper, so the chopper will be somewhat hit. Legacy now going to regroup on the C flag. But as you saw, they just scatterbrain everywhere. They don't know. They have Legacy has such a hard time when they're 3 flags to 1 of like just picking a flag to go for.
Well, I think you said it really well previously when we were casting them a few weeks ago, is that Legacy is one of those teams to where when everything is working the way it's supposed to in a structured way, they are a fantastic team. But as soon as a wrench gets thrown into it, all of a sudden they start falling apart.
Yep.
And that's kind of what we saw here potentially. Do see a Jihad here. I think this is Hyper once again, who, well, he might get caught.
The tank is just going to drive right by him.
Yeah, he's not going to spot him out, I don't think
so.
Oh
my god, that was all he had to do was look left and the thermals would have picked him up.
Oh my god, Brunwau also spawns on the Jeep there as well. He doesn't notice it, so yeah, look out. I think he's going to get picked up here. Hyper Beast, a little bit of a flop, but he's going to be able to take him down. no tank is going to be up right now for Legacy. B is going to get recapped. We do see A getting flashed. Some spawns should happen there for BOIOs.
And I love this harassment now from Hyperbeast. Even if he goes down, he pulled 3 or 4 infantry from onto the D flag from Legacy. And that's exactly what you need. Legacy's not going to be anywhere, and the rotations are going to be anywhere.
They stopped the bleed, or the neutral, just a second too early. Finally, we do see Legacy able to get another person on there, but look at the ticket count all of a sudden. What did we say before? They wanted to get another, what, 80 to 100 tickets bleed? Well, they're about to hit that 100 ticket mark.
Yeah.
It was 175 when they actually got the 3 cap. So they have done the damage that they need to, and really everything after this, well, that's all icing on the cake.
Yeah, this is gravy. Douglas finds the double onto Randy. Shade will also fall. Cool Hunt will go down to Lucas, and the B flag will go up for Legacy. 3 flag cap now for Legacy, but given the deficit that BOIO's faced, you know, at the end of the day, they did a good job holding that 3 flag bleed for a long time.
Absolutely, and like I said, they did the damage that they needed to in order to make a comeback. So, you would have been able to obviously come out with a round win here, but this is probably your next best thing in the situation that they were coming out of. I mean, obviously at one point they were almost 4 capped, which was just insane. So yeah, this is definitely looking a lot better for BOIOs. Going into round number 2, though, you think that maybe they can take some of this momentum with them?
I think so. I definitely think this will be over. Or excuse me, I definitely I got sidetracked. I guess typing to somebody. I definitely think this match will be a little bit closer on the round 2. I think BOIOs. I still think that this is a map that they can definitely come back and win on. I think that if they can just completely throw Legacy with that wrench, I think they have a chance.
I think we have one person that dropped. We're coming back in. Yeah, so we are going to be waiting for to get back in.
And it looks like I've got confirmation that if this match does not, if BOIOs do not claim this round, then it looks like the ESFVN guys are going to wait for us to start their match. So excellent news.
Well, that's kind of excellent, because it also means that we're not going to be seeing a third map.
That is true. Yeah, that is disappointing.
Oh, man.
I mean, I kind of want to see BOIOs come back and take the map, for sure. And what was that? It was 84 tickets, I believe?
I think it was either 84 or 81. I don't know. I have 81 in my head for some reason.
Yes, unfortunately, I didn't get that down in time. It was 80. It was 80 something ish there.
It was below 85. I know that for sure. All right, so it is we're going to be flipping sides. So I think BOIOs is going to be on the U.S. side this time.
Yes,
and we will be seeing Legacy on the Russian side. Now, back when I was casting, and I talked about this last time we had Zavad pop up in a rotation, is that, you know, it always seemed like the U.S. side had a little bit of an easier opportunity, because A, is so hard to kind of root out those infantry players that can kind of get back there and start causing that havoc, as well as the Delta flag is a little bit easier to defend with the tank. It feels like the tank has a lot more open room he can move around in and get those shots in on those infantry players. Do you think that that's still going to be applying here, or is this pretty much just a...
I think it's going to be exactly like it was the round 1. I think it'll be kind of just all over the place, everywhere, and whichever team holds that 3 flag cap is just going to end up winning that round.
All right.
Although, to be fair, I also want to shout out to Verx, because Verx did a phenomenal job in that helicopter.
Yes, he did. Yeah, and I do... At one point, I think it was like about 100 tickets or so, maybe a little bit more. There was a flank that happened all the way down towards the south side of the map from Legacy to get onto that A site, and Verx was actually able to pick up both of those kills from the helicopter.
Yes.
Right before they got onto A, and that was huge right there in order for them to gain as many tickets as they did.
Countdown has started. 15 seconds on the clock. Both teams calling good luck, have fun. Remember, it's 81 tickets. Legacy take this map, they take the match, and they move on to next week. If BOIO's falls, that is the end of the run for them in the playoffs.
You said that they were going to be playing against Nafu?
Coomers.
Okay.
Which is in itself a very tough round. Helicopters are up. Ferks in the helicopter. Already getting lit up. They're just going to bail the helicopter. They don't care. Sra going to go out against the helo. Will not connect. BOIO. Looks like he's flying it. Gonna stay alive. 85 HP. Lots of members of BOIO's on the rooftop. Over the C flag. Legacy on the rooftop as well. Looks like they dropped down and looks like they wiped out most of BOIO's there. BOIO's will take the C flag initially. Lucas will take the B flag, so we have a 2-flag-2 battle. Randy will get the kill onto Whiskey. More infantry needed on the C flag for BOIO's though.
Right now, it does look like BOIO's is going to be safe.
Oh, local! Wow. Indecisiveness from Loku. Went for the person with the mines, didn't get the person climbing on the rooftop. Could have been an easy kill. Incarnate on the A flag. BOIO's going to grade out the A flag as well. They're going to trade the C flag for it, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I think that, right now, BOIO's with Obvious, they're a little bit disjointed in their communication. Obvious has kind of been over in no man's land for the longest time.
This is a really weird tank position.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he was doing over there, but he's not helping his team at all.
I get that he's looking for the rear shot on the tank, but first you have to force the tank back there. Second off, Obvious, if he gets disabled or anything or stuck on the ground there, which actually he spun out in the first place, it's a really hard way to maneuver backward. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure about that. He's going to finally move up and kind of push back Loku. But currently, D flag now getting pushed by Legacy and as a counterattack. BruneWow barely able not to gray it. Using an MTAR. Good run. Cardboard boxes will pop. BruneWow going to go for the D flag right now. 2 infantry here. Gets 1 kill into Shade. Finds the 2nd kill into Legco. That flag is going to go gray.
This is definitely not what you wanted to see from BOIO's. They needed to make sure that they kept this either relatively even or getting that early 3 cap in order to make this comeback happen. But Legacy really coming out and doing a fantastic job. We are going
Loco, don't do it! Oh, he's gonna pop on 1. Pops. Oh, the other one. I mean, oh my God, he should have been toast. I don't understand how it didn't shove him into the other ones. That should have been a tank down, to be honest with you. Good God, the amount of slams in that corner.
Doesn't look like that's going to be in the cards, though.
Currently a 2-flag hold for BOIO, and it looks like the A flag is going to get traded for the D flag, so they're not going to have that 3-flag burn that they desperately need this map. Captain Obvious. BruneWow in one of the train cars on the D flag. He's going to hold Captain Obvious there for quite a while. Verk's not in the helicopter. It's just going to be BOIO. Hyper Beast's going to swing around behind Loku, but he's already been spotted out. And the helicopter. Moby hit, so 50 damage into the chopper, but BOIO will get the kill onto Hyper Beast. And Furnace will... Yeah, he'll pop to those slams immediately. And Incarnate's just going to walk into the A flag, hopefully get a respawn on him from Verks.
It is crazy how aggressive right now Legacy's tank is being able to just get up into that C flag and basically drive on out with absolutely no problems. I'm not trying to harp on anybody, but it's like Obvious has just been a non-factor this entire round so far.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I mean he's gonna push. Obvious is gonna push into the D flag or to the B flag a little bit, but it's not like he's been harassed a ton. It's just the positioning is really weird. And I can understand being a really nervous tanker on Zavad, because I've been there. You know, between slams and a ton of AT behind you, so tanking as a VOD on competitive is not, you know, sometimes it's not enjoyable, but yeah, you still got to take those risks.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of opportunities right here for Obvious to be able to push up with his infantry.
And he is getting srawed so hard from the rooftop. Sraw, tank shell, he will go down.
And you know, what looked like a fantastic opening right here from BOIO's is turning into just, well, this is just not good. Nice job here from Lokai. He's going to be able to pop 2, I think, maybe even a 3rd infantry player. Yes, he is. That's going to be a neutralize there on Delta. A is going to get capped here from BOIO's, but they firmly have control for Legacy in C and B. Even if the tank goes down right here, which I think he's just repairing right now.
Yeah, Lauco picking up like 5 or 6 kills there on the D flag alone. Triple cap for Legacy as they take up the bleed. 196 to 236. 81 is the golden ticket for Legacy. Put BOIO's down below that, and you know, right now they're currently well on their way. Infernus on the high rooftop. There's a lot of members of Legacy up high. Whiskey now on the lowest end. Captain Obvious respawns below, will get the double P90 kill. In a position to recap the C flag. Burks drops down. Captain Obvious also finds another kill. Infernus in the window. Maybe not the best place to be. Works out for him anyway. And amazingly, the C flag gonna be held for BOIO's. So 2 flags to 2 still. Now BOIO's gonna need another rotation. Quite frankly, their gimme flag looks fine and dandy to take. Just need 1 person to go over there and grab it, maybe 2. Bejo gets a nice kill into Hyper Beast on top of the rooftop, gonna slide down on the grates. Looking for a new one. Lands right into the bullets of Randy.
I will say this though, you know, Legacy, they do have to contend with a lot of mines, a lot of slams right now. So their tanks, they don't have free range. And as soon as I say that, oh my God, he's so close to running it. There he goes. We are going to be seeing the tank finally getting picked up. Yeah, that's going to be an opening potentially here to maybe get aggressive with Obvious over on maybe on the C side of the map.
Yep.
If they can secure this Delta flag here quick enough. But oh my God, look at all the spawns that are coming in from these infantry players. This is going to be really tough to clear out.
The slams are such a holdover from the Synthic age. You know, with so many members of BOIO's, you know, used to being members of Synthic, that is no surprise at all to see that many slams. That is such a holdover from that era. There's a reason things are called Synthic slams for a reason. I mean, the hidden spots all over just weird locations that nail tanks are such an old tool that they used to use so damn well. Infernus on the A flag. Helicopter gonna fly above him. That's a friendly. So Phasia will be back up in the helo. Gets killed immediately by Hyper Beast, so that'll be cleaned up. A flag will be fine. New battle gonna take place on top of the roof of C. Whiskey kills Legco. Burke's gonna go against Lucas this time. So it's not gonna be Phasia. Gets srawed down from Siren down below. Both helos will fall for the time being. Captain Obvious just trying to clear out the rooftop. Not sure where he's going to head to next.
Well, I think, you know, at this point, he's in a better position than what he was.
Yes.
Although, as soon as I say that, he is going to be leaving the flag with only 1 infantry player to defend. But he is going to be on the hunt, it looks like, maybe to pushing over onto the seaside. Like you said, possibly get some of those players off of those rooftops to kind of help out. But they have not been able to make any headway whatsoever here towards the middle of the map. We do see 2 tanks, or I'm sorry, a tank and an MRAP getting over here onto A. So maybe Obvious is going to be able to help out with this hold on Alpha.
I would love to see Captain Obvious bait Lauku into some of these slams.
Yes.
But it looks like he's going to get shot from the rear anyway, so the advantage is definitely still BOIO's here against the tank battle. Lauku going to eat at least 1 straw, maybe a second in the tank shell. And A flag going to go gray here for Legacy, but there's still a lot of members of BOIO's there.
Oh, but we see C getting completely cleaned up and grayed out. So the spawns are going to be coming towards the south of the map on Bravo, and they're already rotated on Bravo for BOIOs to get this complete neutralized. This would be massive here to be able to take the middle of the map. If Obvious stays up and alive in his own tank,
Slams are going to kill Loku. Hyper Beast.
Oh my god.
Just watching Hyper Beast. Didn't even need to see the tank. Hyper Beast got the kill into Loku with the slams. So B flag will go gray, the tank will die, and now Captain Obvious is completely free to push into the A flag with Incarnate Infernus, the last one alive there. Be interesting to see where Laoku respawns.
Oh, this infantry battle here in the middle come down to a 1v1. Siren and Cool Hunt are the last guys up and alive, and Siren is all the way up on top of that roof, so he's going to be waiting for those spawns to come on in, but B is going in the way right now of BOIOs. And, you know, if Obvious can actually go in and get that cap onto A, that would be huge to have a 4 cap here. But finally,
wow, Legacy let him have it.
Control.
Legacy let him have that flag. Like you said, Cool Hunt was above, or Siren was above. No members of Legacy dropped down, and that was a free cap there for BOIOs. And now at least they've got the bleed in their favor. C and D flag now burning. C flag in a 1v1 between Whiskey and Randy. Second member of Legacy will also spawn below, so now a 2v1. C flag gonna burn.
Yeah, this is absolutely like what you were saying. Everywhere on the map we are seeing action. A gets grayed out. Still a 1v1 on C. B is getting grayed out for the time being, but we do have respawns that are going to be coming back to try and stall that out as much as possible. A is going to get stalled as well, so yeah, this is absolute madness, but right now that 3 cap is still in the favor of BOIOs.
And Whiskey's gonna get taken on C. That flag will be held. Meanwhile, the A flag gonna still go the way of BOIOs. B flag in BOIOs' control, but Legacy likely to recap that one. At least that'll be the only flag that they have. Wait, whoa, where did Brumo and Infernus come from? Suddenly they're on the flag, and the A flag is back in the favor of Legacy. That was a quick... I looked away for a split second, and they appeared.
Yeah.
I wonder if they dropped out of the helo. That had to have been the case.
Yeah, well, we're about to have some tank clashing here as well over here towards that A site. Infantry is going to be favoring right now for Legacy, but I don't think that Lookout realizes that there's an infantry player right by him. No slams or mines are going to be coming out, so he goes down. Obvious with no support is going to have to back away from this. So now back to a 2-2 flag setup, and BOIOs still not able to take that lead.
Captain Obvious one straw away from a death, and that's exactly what's going to happen. The tank will get killed. He'll likely try to suicide out here, or he's going to try to get 1 kill. Not going to happen anyway. Laoku going to chase him down. Meanwhile, the majority of BOIO is going to push underneath for the C flag, for the B flag again. They're going to gray it out. They can get this. They can go back to that 3 flag hold. BOIO is not going to go down without a fight.
Did Obvious just get picked up in the tank?
Yes, he died.
I think he did.
Yeah.
So that does leave it open here for Legacy to go ahead and get aggressive once again with their armor. Now, we saw them really doing a good job earlier in this same situation.
Did you not see him? Cool Hunt, literally right behind Laoku. He was hiding behind the little end of the track thing, and oh my god, he's gonna get this kill into Laoku on solo 1v1. Maybe not. Well,
Wow.
Incarnate gonna try to help here. Not gonna be enough. There's still 2 slams on this tank. There's still 2 slams on this tank the moment Laoku moves at a decent speed. And there he goes! Cool Hunt will get that kill onto the tank. Meanwhile, 3 flag hold from Legacy as the D flag was recapped.
Yeah, BOIO right now, they are just not able to get over that hump. They are still going to be at a deficit, and you got to remember that 80 plus tickets or so, it's not going to be helping them out whatsoever.
No. And 106 to 132. BOIO with about 20 tickets left in the tank here. Nice kill onto Brunwell from Randy. Can he get the second? He does. He gets the cage kill on Phasio. And D flag will be secured from Legacy. So we're going to have a 2 flag to 2 battle. The majority of Legacy or excuse me, the majority of BOIO is a 3-man push onto the C flag. Legco will go down, or excuse me, Legco will get a kill on Whiskey. And a nice cap potential here. A flag still not secure. Siren 1v1ing against Incarnate. Incarnate just going to hide away in the rubble of the one building.
Yeah, this is just stalemates right now on both of the gimme flags. Obvious is going to be able to come in and try to break this over on the Delta, but this entire time Legacy, for the most part, has been in the flag advantage. They are going to be able to clear out onto the C, get that recap going in very quickly. So
look at the slams on the road from A to A to B. It's absurd. And it's just to slow Lauku down, and it's actually doing a great job. It's forcing him to go off the flag radius, and Legacy finally look like they've wiped out most of BOIO's on the A flag. Cool Hunt, the last alive, he'll fall to Siren, and A flag will be retaken by Legacy. 3 flag hold right now, as Captain Obvious tries to push forward towards the C flag.
Obvious potentially going to be caught in a weird position. Actually, Logo is going to be coming down into the train tracks, so both of them are going to be meeting, but we possibly going to be seeing a straw coming.
Captain Obvious, as you mentioned, bad positioning, stuck in the rocks, gets actually a pretty nice hit onto Loku. Also, just notice the score though. Unfortunately, with the 3 flag bleed, the match is officially over, as BOIO's goes down below 81 tickets, and unfortunately for them, they lose the match.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. BOIO's, they came out of that round looking, I think, really good. They just were not able to keep it going in their favor. Honestly, like, again, I hate harping on just one player, but I'm not sure what Obvious was doing. Like, I would really be curious to kind of know what that thought process was. Maybe he was getting, somebody was calling out certain things that weren't there. But whatever it was, for the first probably maybe 4 minutes of this round, Obvious was really a non-factor. He wasn't doing anything helping, and there were many opportunities where he could have gone in and secured those flags much earlier on in the round and given them much better map position.
Yeah, and actually, just looking at Lauku's score, he's got up at 36-7, whereas Obvious is at 11-9. Just the non-factor for the tank there. I mean, I'm not saying that's entirely his fault, because obviously the amount of straws coming down onto him from the rooftop definitely could have put a lot of pressure on him. But Lauku, even with the slams and the pressure against him, he did a good job cleaning up a lot of BOIOs.
Well, a bittersweet moment right here, guys, as we are not going to be seeing a third map coming out for BOIO's versus Legacy, but it does mean that we are going to be seeing the full match with ESF here in just a few moments. So definitely, looking forward to that. But, BOIO's, they definitely had a rough season. We saw them several matches where they were having a rough time. But there were definitely moments, there were flashes to where it looked fantastic. As you said, they did win at least one of their matches. The last match they were able to take. So, this team, they're definitely making those mistakes, but they're not far off.
Definitely. All right, so with that, Legacy going to move on against Coomers next week. To round 2 of the playoffs. 38-7, another great round. And the infantry did a great job for Legacy as well. So with that, we'll be moving on to match number 2 for the day. And that will be ESF versus VN.